Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day. Today's video is all about concealer. Now I said in my monthly favorites last month that I'm going to do a September series talking about back to basics about your makeup, from foundation, now I'm talking about concealer, and just pretty much just the basic routine of applying certain makeups, of techniques of applying it, different types that are out there, what it's being used for. So today's video is just going to be all about concealer. Now concealer can be your best friend and it can be your worst friend. Best friend because it helps hide all your imperfections, from fine lines and wrinkles, from dark spots, from sunspots, from acne, from large pores, and it can also be your worst friend if you don't blend it properly, if you're not using the right product. And with concealer, you know, some people use it all the time, some people don't. For me, I'm like the in-between person that uses it sometimes, doesn't use it, but I can see the difference in my face when I don't wear it. Now, right now, I don't have any foundation on or any concealer just because this is what I look like without any of those products. And I think for me, what helps me like achieve like a flawless look is ending my like makeup routine with my face using concealer. Now with concealer, there's so many different types of concealers coming in cream, coming like in a cream form, in a powder form, in a liquid form. They come in a tube, they come in a pot, they come in a pen, they come in a wand, they come in like all different forms. They come in different colors, they do certain things for your face. And so for me, like I use concealers just to help hide my darkness underneath my eyes, as you can see, and then help with the redness on my face with the acne scarring that I have along my cheek line, and it's just like disgusting and nasty. So for me, the concealers that I like to use, the ones for underneath my eyes, I like to use those that just help like cancel out the darkness and also to help give some brightness underneath my eyes. So the one item that I really enjoy using, that I talk about like constantly in my videos, is from Maybelline. It's their Age Rewind Erase Dark Circles, and this is in the shade medium. Now what's really nice with this concealer is that the tip is a sponge. So it's really nice to just apply it straight underneath your eyes and just blend it out using your fingers or a brush. And it's very smooth and silky, and I really like it. I'm already done with it. I already have a second one that I've been using already, and it's really great. And you know, when it comes to concealers, you know, when it comes to applying them, you want to make sure that you apply them like not too rough in your face, because you don't want it to like sit and settle into like fine lines, and you don't want it to settle into any like enlarged pores, because it will show. You want to be smooth, and you want to also be like soft when blending out your concealer, because at the same time you don't want it to just like sit in your face, and like when you take pictures or when you go out, you'll see like patches of concealer around your face. No, you don't want that. So another under eye concealer that I like to use is from Mally Beauty. There are actually two of them that I can use for either my eyes or like for the face, but the one that I do like to use is the eye brightener. This is in the shade Tan Rich, and it looks like this. And this actually comes in a powder form, and when you pat it underneath your eyes, it turns into a cream. Now I use a little bit, and I really concentrate it right in the inner corner of the eyes, because when it comes to concealer underneath your eyes, you don't want to put too much, like create a little like circle underneath. You want to like follow like the like crevice of your eye shape underneath here, because if you put too much, then it just doesn't look complete. But as long as you follow like the contours of your eyes underneath here, like it looks fine. And so yeah, I use a little bit of this using my ring finger and just pat it along, and it just really hides and it really neutralizes the darkness underneath my eyes. So this is a really great product. And another Mally product that I can use also for my eyes and also like on my face is the Cancellation Conditioning Concealer in the shade medium. This is actually a tube. Same thing, it's a creamy thing. It has SPF 25 in it, which is great. So I use this underneath my eyes or also on acne scars. And with this, use my fingers or a brush, and I just pat it over the area, and I just make sure I blend it really well. Now another product that I use for underneath my eyes is actually a palette from Bobbi Brown, and I know she sells this separately, but I got this from QVC about a year ago, and it's a face palette. This comes with a foundation, a powder, a concealer, and a color corrector. Now I think with Bobbi Brown, she's notoriously known for the color corrector, which is a neutral concealer that helps pretty much even out the darkness underneath your eyes. And so this is the two concealers that I use right here. This one right here is the corrector, and this one here is the concealer. And the corrector is in the color Bisque, and the concealer is in Natural. Again, when you apply a concealer that's to neutralize your darkness underneath your eyes, you want to apply that first and let that sit for a couple of seconds before you apply the concealer on top, because you really want the corrector to really work and to hide out any darkness underneath your eyes. And there's also a powder that comes with it too, so that's really cool. Now when it comes to setting your powder or your concealer underneath your eyes, you want to use a powder. Now people can use translucent powder, and the one that I like to use is from Mary Kay's. Their first translucent powder that came out in the beginning of summer, and I love using this to even set my makeup underneath the eyes and even just set my makeup overall, so this is great. And sometimes people use a powder that's more like a yellow tone to help even out your face and to like set everything and also help brighten up your eyes. And the one that I like is from Ben Nye. It's their banana powder, which everybody loves, and this is just awesome to use. I found this at my local, at Ricky's in the city, but you can buy these online on Amazon, wherever. A lot of people try to sell these online. So these two are great items to use when it comes to setting your concealer underneath your eyes. Now for concealer on my face, like I said, I use concealer to help hide all these dark spots from acne, from the redness around my nose or my chin. So a couple here that I have, again, I like using the Mally Cancellation Conditioning Concealer. That's a good one. And the other ones I have here in my lap, one is from MAC. It's the Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NC42. Now when it comes to concealer on your face, you want to go for a shade that's close to your skin tone or a little lighter. When it comes to underneath your eyes, you want to go a shade or two lighter, but when it comes to your face, you want to be as close as possible to your natural skin tone, or go a little lighter. The reason for that is because you want it to blend evenly with your face, and you want your face to look flawless. You don't want to use a concealer that's too dark that will just create more patches on your face. So this one, the NC42, is really close to my skin tone, even though I'm an NC40 in foundation. But with concealer, you're only using a little bit in a targeted area. Compared with foundation, you use it all over your face. So that's that. So I like to use this. I also like to use the Smashbox HD Concealer, and this is in the shade medium. This is a squeeze tube, and this is this is a thicker concealer, so I use very little of this, and I really like to use it along, like, in the hollows of my cheeks right here, because this part of my, like, since there's not much, like, there's so much give with my skin here, like, this works really well in just, like, patting over my face and just, like, smoothing out, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does. And the last concealer I have here is a new one I've been using. It's from Revlon. It's their Photo Ready Concealer, and this is in the shade medium. Now this is a little, like, lipstick tube, and I like using this along my nose and here along my chin to help give some brightness in those areas. So this is a great concealer that I like to use. Now with all these concealers that I've just talked about, you know, concealer works for you as long as you blend it well. And I like to use brushes, and also my fingers too, but the brushes I like to use are from Crown brushes, and these are actually like duo fiber brushes. I know Sigma has very similar brushes like this. A lot of makeup brands have similar ones like this. Here's more of a tapered one, here's a domed one, and here's a pointed one. And you can also use a beauty blender. So yeah, so these are my concealers that I like to use. I hope this video helps a little bit. Again, I think I'm just going to end up talking about, like, my favorite items that I like to use, rather than, like, give, like, a whole detail about what concealer is all about or any products. So I hope you guys like this video and it's a little helpful. If you do, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And the next video that will be coming up will be all about eyeshadows. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!